Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for, I don't know, middle of July 2024. We're going to jump right in here, and you start with this card that says Tears of Remorse. It says, make peace with regrets and allow the past to guide your actions in the future. You have this deeply rooted in love. Something is emerging from the depths of your most intimate desires. Damn, we're already starting off with a bang here, Capricorn. I kind of feel like there could be a person that has, remorse, and, we are getting close. Well, depending on when you're watching this, we might already be in the retrograde, but, we're definitely going to be in the shadow soon enough of the Mercury retrograde. So there could be a person who's kind of like has regrets, who's trying to come back into your life. The interesting thing is that I think that this person could be trying to come back after you've kind of either gotten into something new or you're about to. You have the Queen and King of Cups here, and the King and Queen of Cups are definitely divine counterparts, and they also definitely find fulfillment with each other. To me, they are probably the best. They're probably the best divine counterparts that you can get as far as the kings and queens are concerned in the tarot. I would say second would be the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, but they're pretty much up there. And I feel for a lot of you, again, you could be attracting something, or you already have, that's much better. And again, there could be a past person who has regrets. So I would definitely make sure that you're protecting yourself. This card really wants to come out. It's the Seven of Wands. We'll put it to the side. I don't know if you could see that on the table, but it was kind of wanting to pop out there. So we'll take it, and we'll actually start the reading with the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, when you really believe something deep down inside, that's when you will achieve what you want to achieve. And, kind of the message I'm getting for you here, Capricorn, is I feel like you keep thinking about something that you want. It could be a person, place, thing, goal, wish, dream, whatever. It doesn't matter. And I feel like you keep thinking about something. And I feel like it's like part of you is saying no, but a bigger part of you is saying yes. And I feel like that is the part of you that you need to listen to. And that's what I get intuitively. It's like you keep revisiting something. And I really feel it is kind of, partly your intuition is saying like, yes, you actually want this thing that you are thinking about. It's like maybe you're just saying, maybe you're just telling yourself like, oh, this is just, I'm just dreaming, or I'm just fantasizing, or I'm just, whatever. I feel like you kind of try to justify something here. And that's the energy that I'm getting off of the Seven of Wands. Like you're trying to justify the desire for something, but I feel there's more to the story. You have the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Hangman. So again, definitely could be a divine counterpart if you want it. For all of you, I feel that both of these cards are very heart-based energies. They really represent tapping into your heart and following what your heart is telling you to do at this time. Especially the Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive, she's very compassionate, and all those other things, but she really listens to what her heart is telling her to do. And not only that, right next to it, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wishes or wish fulfillment, but the Nine of Cups really represents bathing in the energy of what you want so you can get it. So the Nine of Cups is all about like really being, really embracing the energy of what you want so that you can have something. And, we need to really like soak up the vibes to get the Nine of Cups. So we really have to follow our heart. And that's definitely what I would do here with that Nine of Cups as well. You have the King of Cups. It's kind of funny enough. I get something about travel or moving on the King of Cups. I read tarot differently, obviously. And, I have a couple cards in the tarot that I call clue cards. The King of Cups is my card for the home. But he has a boat on it, normally on a traditional King of Cups. This is the Arc Animal Tarot, by the way. And normally, he has a boat kind of like behind him. And the boat on the King of Cups actually has a very specific meaning. It represents going places you've never been before. It kind of represents when our ancestors would get on boats, our great ancestors would get on boats. And we're talking about like in ancient times. And they would just hope that they would run into land. So it can kind of represent going on an adventure in your life where you actually don't know the outcome. You have no clue what's going to happen. You're being a little bit of an explorer at this time. And so some of you could be exploring either new places, literally, like traveling, moving, things like that. But I also feel you could be exploring new ideas that are very different to what you would normally be doing in your life. You have this Hangman card. And so you actually have two bats showing up here. Also, your last card is this bat. So the Hangman is about gaining enlightenment. He has put himself in Hangman mode. He sacrificed movement so that he can gain enlightenment. And I feel for a lot of you that you have kind of gained enlightenment. I also am getting something here about kind of like, if you don't feel like doing anything, I feel like the Hangman is saying it's perfectly fine for you to do nothing. Like maybe you need a day off, or maybe you need a little bit more time for yourself. And I think it would be perfect, especially if you have like a day coming up where you just feel tired or you don't feel like doing anything. I would call out from work, or do something nice for yourself. I feel like you need a recovery day, and let's put it that way. And sorry, this deck is definitely not working. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Strength card. The Strength card is, of course, about being strong. The Strength card is also about a display of strength, like showing the world how strong you are, doing something that requires strength, moving towards your truth, your inner truth, or your heart with the Queen of Cups definitely requires inner strength. You have to be strong to do that. Most of the time, our heart is telling us to do something that isn't necessarily logical. Our heart is telling us like, oh, go start that business, or, go do that thing you've always wanted to do, but it might not make logical sense. With the King of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. Personally, I consider the Seven of Swords to be a card of tactics. It's meant to be a good card no matter what. The Seven of Swords is a golden card, and golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So I feel that for a lot of you, that if you are moving in new directions or you're exploring the unknown at this time, that you need to I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you have to be tactical. Again, you have to like think of all the different ways possible to accomplish something you want to accomplish. I do feel, again, if if you have a past person here with the Five of Wands right next to it, that you could have a past person that's just trying to come in to cause conflict, so I would avoid that person. With the Hangman, you have the Three of Cups, which is a celebration. The three women on this card are normally celebrating a harvest, so I feel for a lot of you, there's definitely a harvest coming up. I feel like the Hangman says you feel that your money has been suffering, or things have not been going as well as you want them to financially. I feel there's been some sort of financial issue that has kind of popped up recently, maybe over the last few months, and I kind of feel like you're about to be celebrating some sort of big harvest, or you're about to be celebrating more money coming in. Next, in the area of what is coming in for you, you have this Phoenix. It says renewal, alchemical change, and reemergence. You have the Starfish. It says cosmic energy, mystical awareness, and regeneration. I almost feel like you could be revisiting an idea, which would make sense because we have Mercury going retrograde at the end of the month. But we'll be in the shadow before you know it. And, depending on when you're watching this reading, we might already be in the shadow. And so what I would say here is it wouldn't surprise me if you were revisiting an idea or a thought that you had to create something like a business, a career, a side hustle, or maybe just a personal project. It could be anything. And I feel like you could be revisiting something that is going to be very magical, that is going to be very good for you. And it is perfectly fine to work on projects that you have worked on before during Mercury retrograde. That's actually a better time to do it, because now you can see all the mistakes that you made the first time. Now you can correct those mistakes and make something successful. So I'm a big fan of working on like old projects during Mercury retrograde. I'm a big fan of trying things again during Mercury retrograde, like things that didn't work out last time. See if you can make a change this time and see what happens. So it wouldn't surprise me if some of you were doing that. You have the Nine of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Temperance card. The Nine of Cups, of course, can represent wish fulfillment. Really, I feel that the Nine of Cups is about being in the energy of what you want. So we have to match energy and be in a total alignment with the Nine of Cups. And so, just adopt, I think, what I always say with the Nine of Cups, and the easiest way to find success with the Nine of Cups is to just adopt the habits of what you want. So if there's a successful person that's doing the thing that you want, what are some of their habits, and try them for yourself and see if they work or if they don't. And if they do, then keep doing them, right? But it's really about just adopting the habits of success, and in whatever you want. It doesn't have to be money, it could be whatever. And by doing that, you are matching the energy and you can get the wish. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition. I do feel like some of you could have like a past person who has regrets here, with that Tears of the Past card. What did it say? Tears of Remorse is what it actually said. But whatever, boo-hoo. I would tell this person, too bad, so sad, get lost. I feel like this person is like a little Tasmanian devil. I feel like they come into your life and mix things up. I feel for some of you this has happened multiple times where you've given them multiple chances and they just come in, cause conflict, and then they run away. They get scared or whatever. And I feel like this person is the type of person that needs to learn how to take accountability for their actions, but they never do. I feel like they always blame everybody else. So I would be very careful of a person returning. You have the Queen of Pentacles going this way, and the Queen of Pentacles does represent protection or protecting yourself. So I think it would be a great time to block this person. You have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about turning one thing into another. I do believe that a lot of people are, kind of being quote unquote tested right now. I don't really feel like the universe really tests us. I think we come here to have, specific experiences, and part of the experience might be a test, or, we might have to, learn a lesson through a test or something like that. But I don't think we really get tested necessarily. But I kind of get the feeling here that you've been being tested, and the Temperance card is all about turning your situation around. It says you can believe that your situation is awful, or you can believe that your situation is great, and both will be true. So you get to choose with the Temperance card how your situation turns out at this time, and I would obviously focus more on the positive with the Temperance card. You even have the Two of Pentacles and the Justice card right here. It's like you can't make that stuff up. Two of Pentacles, two choices, Justice card, this and that. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Death card. This is a card of transformation. Sometimes I feel like the Death card is talking about the sun coming up in your life. The Death card has the two pillars of the moon in the background, normally like right here. And, the sun is coming up between those two pillars. And the Death card kind of suggests that you're leaving a moon period, you're stepping into a period of the sun, which is a period of clarity, growth, abundance, enlightenment. And we also have the Hangman here. So definitely I feel you're stepping into a period of enlightenment. You can't make this up. With the Five of Wands, you have the Devil, Tasmanian devil, and the Devil right here. So I would definitely be careful of this person. We go down to the Six of Wands as well. So, this looks to me like you have become more successful, or, you have kind of had a little bit of a glow up here, and that could be why a person is trying to return. And I feel like this is saying that you need to move towards a new person. Obviously, take it how it resonates. Not all of you are going to have a person who's trying to return. I would actually say for all of you, this would say get rid of the bad habits so that you don't interfere with your alignment with that Nine of Cups. So I kind of feel that that part of it is saying, make sure that you're staying in alignment and avoiding, toxic people, toxic vibes, toxic energies, so that you can continue to be successful. With the Temperance card, you have the Eight of Wands. Yes, what you focus on becomes. What you focus on is what you will manifest in your life. Eight of Wands is a card of focus. It is a card of a quick conclusion, a quick success, but all of those wands are going in one direction. It says you will receive exactly what you focus on. Make sure you focus on the good stuff. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this lizard and you have this unicorn. Sorry, there are too many lizard jokes that are in my life at this time, so that's why I chuckled. But you have this lizard. The lizard is about creation and being creative, and tapping into your creativity. I literally feel that there could be a little bit of a unicorn entering into your life. For some of you, it could be a new person, this King and Queen of Cups that's showing up here. For others of you, I feel it's something that you are creating, or like a job or a business, and it's probably something that you are going to want to protect with the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely get protection on the Queen of Pentacles, so whatever is entering into your life, I would make sure to protect it from negative forces, or whatever you want to call it here. But the Queen of Pentacles is very protective of her finances. So again, for a lot of you, this could be an idea or job that you have, and like I'm pretty sure I said this in your last reading, I would be careful of those people that tell you not to do something. Like if you have people that are like, oh, don't risk going and getting that new job. You already have something that's secure. Or, don't start that business. Or, it's risky to start businesses. It's risky to do this. It's risky to do that. Blah, blah, blah. Right? These people never get anywhere in life. Trust me, I've dealt with tons of them in my life. I started my first business cleaning fish tanks when I was 16 years old. That was my very first businesses. I've had many since, right? Maybe very successful. Not to brag, but, I'm here to inspire people. So trust me, I've been through it. I've been through all the people that have said that. Even my own grandfather, who is one of my biggest supporters, it's like, at a certain point in my life, I think I was like probably 18 or something, I used to go meet up with him all the time and have lunch with him. And he always used to say to me, like, oh, when are you going to get a real job? Because at the time, that's when I started a marketing business on a much deeper level. I'm like, I make more money in a month than you ever did in a year, right? And so it's like, no matter what, no matter how your life goes, you will always have people that are like, oh, this is such a risk. This is so dangerous. And, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is saying, like, yeah, you are going to have a lot of people that are telling you that the changes you're making are dangerous or risky or whatever, but so what? Do it anyway. That is your job. Your job is to be an inspiration. You have the Six of Wands. We're going to skip the Two of Pentacles for now because this is more important. You have these Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is being celebrated. Normally the guy is sitting on a horse and the people around him are celebrating him for his victory. So I feel that you need to shine your inner light, as it says right here. And I feel like you need to kind of have that big win and turn people into believers, right? You need to turn the people in your life into believers of Capricorn, believers that you can do what you say you can do and all that other stuff. I believe also, the reason I preach this stuff so much is because we have Pluto going into Aquarius. And, I think the number one most spiritual thing that you can do, people always ask me all the time, like one of my number one questions I used to get other than love, obviously, was, what is my spiritual purpose? And I always used to say to those people, well, number one, I don't really feel like we have a quote unquote purpose. Our job is to create heaven on earth. Our job is to create the best life we possibly can, whatever that means, right? But I think the most spiritual thing we can do right now is be an inspiration for other people and help other people grow, just by being an example. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything to anyone. You don't have to talk to people or anything like that. Just live your life, right? Accomplish something hard, and then you will, that's all you need to do right there. You will inspire people. You have the Two of Pentacles. Again, Two of Pentacles can be like this and that thinking. It can represent having a choice to make, and especially with this Temperance card and the Eight of Wands in that same row there, that diagonal, I feel like this is saying that you need to kind of like pick the new path, or you need to pick your focus and with the Eight of Wands and stay on your focus. Like, don't get off the path, right? Don't let people distract you and, all that other stuff, which I do feel there could be people in your life. Again, I don't think these people are necessarily, I don't think people like that are necessarily doing anything wrong. It's like they're not trying to hurt you or anything, but, they really are trying to protect themselves. But, that's what I'll say there. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. It basically says here that you have all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to be very successful, so keep going. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords, victory. Definitely a big victory or a big success coming in for you right here. And I feel like there's a lot of growth and abundance coming in because of it. I also feel the Ace of Swords, of course, is your inner truth. And I feel that we are in a time of truth, and it would be an amazing time for you to listen to your heart with these two right here and to move towards your heart. Your heart is your inner truth. If your heart is telling you to, quit your job and go start that business, or if your heart is telling you to go get that other job, or if your heart is telling you to do whatever, I would listen to your truth, because that is going to lead to justice, which is also the truth. With the Six of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, like I said, I was feeling, the reason I went on that rant about other people is I was definitely feeling resistance here, especially with this right here. And so I feel like the Eight of Swords is about needing to see that there are other ways of doing things. I feel like the Eight of Swords is kind of saying don't give up as well, especially with the Temperance card, because the Temperance card can sometimes say that you're doing something and you just need to realize that there's another way to do it. Seven of Swords as well says exactly the same thing. So Temperance is about turning your situation around, but you have to be the one to create the turnaround. And same thing with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords says you might be feeling stuck, or it's a card of self-imposed restriction, but you need to set yourself free. In the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says truth transcends illusion. You have this Bat Spirit that says a rebirth is assured. I feel like you are rebirthing an idea. We kind of said this with the Starfish and the Phoenix here, that you are clearly revisiting something that you have thought about doing before. And that's kind of what I feel is going on for you here. By the way, we are at 22 degrees Cancer right now, and this Dragonfly card is 22 degrees. Well, actually, I'm doing this video on the 14th. Yesterday was the 13th. The 13th, we were at 22 degrees. We actually had a lot of planets and also fixed stars that were at 22 degrees as well. 22 degrees is the master builder number. 22 is the master builder number. 22 is a pain in the ass, but it says that if you build something and you put the work in to build something, you will be successful. So you could be starting this rebirth, especially if you had an old idea that you are revisiting. You could be rebuilding it, and I feel it will lead to a lot of success. There's like a lot of synchronicities going on here. You have the Justice card, and the Justice card is, of course, about justice and balance returning to your life. I do feel like you feel that. I also feel like you feel that you're getting something you thought you lost as well, which is interesting. I kind of get that message here. Like let's say you were making a certain amount of money and now your money's going down. It's like I feel that once it started going down, you're like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get back to that point. And I feel like I almost get this, kind of return energy here. I hope that makes sense. Where I don't think you're returning to the same thing, but I think you're getting something again that you thought you lost. You have this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in the area of the good stuff definitely says you're stabilizing your finances. I do feel like it's a good time for money, but it's not an easy time for money, so I'll say that. You have to put the work in to make the money, obviously, but I feel like motivation is what you need right now, so I would do whatever you can to get motivated, to really kind of get in the zone, and that's what I would do with this card, for sure. You have this Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles, you cannot make this stuff up. It says heaven on earth on this version of the deck. I look at the Nine of Pentacles as a card of abundance, and really it's a card of gratitude and luxuries. It's a card of being grateful for the things that you have in your life, and then you can attract more. It's also pre-Empress energy. So I feel like you could be attracting bigger and better things into your life, but it's through creating something great. The Nine of Pentacles is also about expanding your focus, expanding your thinking, and dreaming bigger. So that's what I would do there. With the Judgment card, or the Justice card, sorry, you have the Star. So it's time to dream big. It's time to focus on the impossible dream and start manifesting it. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords. I feel like there's like quick I need to reverse. So what I think this is you quickly fixing your finances. And, I feel like this is just saying that you are making the changes necessary. The Knight of Swords and the good stuff can say that you're doing something quickly. We have the Eight of Wands as well. So again, it's pretty simple. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. I feel like you always get the Queen of Pentacles with me here. So, again, the Queen of Pentacles could say that you're improving your finances or you're making more money. You have this bridge. It says successfully overcoming problems. So any issues, temperance. Again, you can easily fix any of the issues in your life just by kind of transforming how you work with whatever the issue is. So you might have to change your approach. You might have to change your mindset. You might have to change the work that you're doing on an obstacle. But if you do, you will easily overcome those obstacles. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. Probably this joker over here. This stuff right here, whatever. I say kick them to the curb, right? You have this dragon. It says beware of self-delusion. I think this person is delusional to think that you would return to their life. So get rid of them. You have this short journey. Yeah, I said something about travel with the King of Cups. So if you're thinking about traveling, moving, going on an adventure, I think all those things would be a great idea for you with that card for sure. You have this crown. It says honor and respect will come to you. Yes, I think that, everybody's going to be listening to you. I said, I don't remember exactly what I said in that third row, but, I got this feeling that people are going to start listening to you now. Maybe that's a good way to put it, but love it here, Capricorn. This looks amazing. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.